Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. As you know, this is my first press conference as council president, and I certainly appreciate everyone being with us today. I intend to hold meetings twice monthly on the months that the council is in session, so we get to see each other quite often. And we're going to discuss the issues that we're working on and discuss issues of concerns to the community members. I wanted to start off by saying that yesterday was a proud day for Montgomery County, that Nancy Navarro, Councilmember Nancy Navarro, the immediate past president for the county council, was inducted into the Women's History Archives yesterday. So we're very proud of that. We congratulate Nancy. On Saturday, Evan Glass, Councilmember Evan Glass, donated the Gay Pride flag that flew at the council at the county executive's building, and it was quite a nice ceremony for that as well. And of course, today we do give thanks to remembrance that today is International Holocaust Memorial Remembrance Day. For this year, one of my initiatives is certainly economic development. And many of you have seen us, me, and Councilmember County Executive Mark Elrich at various forums talking about that Montgomery County is open for business. And we are. The council is united in commitment to good paying jobs and reducing the regulatory obstacles that can impact business development. Mark and I have had 6 different listening sessions. We have had online surveys. We've had charrettes, which are intense planning sessions to hear back from the public. We went to once we went through and said, what are your concerns and why are they your concerns? We then went back to our professional staff and said, how do you suggest we change these? How do you suggest we fix these? They then gave their good ideas, and then from there, we went back to the public and what we called charrettes, intense planning sessions, and said, look, these are the suggestions. Do you agree with these suggestions? We want to change this, but we want to change it once rather than keep changing it if it's possible. So that's where we've done all along. Where tomorrow and beyond, we hope that that we would have some great suggestions by February, and of course we're getting close to February, so we will have that as well. Growing our tax base is essential for funding our award-winning school system and everything else that we touch in the county for our outstanding quality of life. Last Tuesday, I actually partnered with Mark Elrich for the Small Business Network session at Montgomery County Media, and you can see that online as well. And it was for business. It's called For Business Benchmarking to be the Best for Business. It was well attended and I think very well received. It's a grassroots campaign. And we've already streamlined application process for doing business with Montgomery County for the procurement side. Our very able and truly terrific procurement director, Ash Shetty, has done a remarkable job. He was able to change a 150-page form to about a 15 or less page form inside of 2 weeks. So we're very proud of that. The council unanimously passed a resolution in November to create an economic development platform and to serve as a foundation document for the council's committee work. And as council president, I'm going to work with each committee chair to ensure that our work ties back into our platform and develop deliverables so that we are making substantial progress to reach our goals. In February, each council committee will report on the work that we are doing and how it's connected to the overarching economic development platform. And I also intend to work closely throughout the year with the Montgomery County Economic Development Corporation. I'm already setting up meetings with Ben Wu, the new Economic Development Director there, Economic Development Corporation Director, and our state and federal representatives to make sure that we are coordinating our efforts to reach our housing, transportation, education, and economic goals. And all these efforts are interconnected and essential to the robust economic future for our region. For the capital improvement program, the county executives recommended $4.2 billion six-year capital budget provides a good starting point for the council's deliberations. We have heard people concerned about the amount of money that's been in there for the school construction, for metro entrances, and we're certainly open to thoughts because we will have 3 public hearings on this on Tuesday, February 5th at 1:30 and at 7 o'clock at night. We'll have a public hearing in the county office building right here. And on February 6th, which is a Wednesday, we're going to have one at 7 p.m. as well. And community members who are interested in testifying at the public hearings can sign up on the council's webpage or call 240-777-87803. And the committee meetings on the capital budget will begin on February 10th. For education, which is obviously a very important prospect, something very important to me personally and to all of our council members, quality early learning drives educational growth and development, which helps our children enter school ready to learn and succeed. We know that our parents are powerful teachers, and I want to make certain that in addition to enhancing quality child care, that we're increasing access to pre-kindergarten. We strengthen parents' abilities to positively impact the educational trajectory of their children from day one. I'm a product of Montgomery County Public Schools. My 2 daughters are products of Montgomery County Public Schools. My mother is a product of Montgomery County Public Schools. And I know firsthand that Montgomery County Public Schools do a wonderful job, and they were all very, very impressed with the work that they do. And we're going to continue creating multiple pathways for educational success. We're going to work with our partners, the Board of Education, to increasing career and educational opportunities, not only for students connected to MCPS, but also for young people who have become disconnected. We need to make certain that all of our young people realize that there's a wonderful path forward. And I've started to explore ways of engaging youth who are transitioning out of foster care system into a holistic employment and life skills program. We're working on that now. It's a work in progress, and we'll get back to you on particulars. But I look forward to these efforts coming to fruition this year. And I'm also going to continue to work with the Black and Brown Coalition for Educational Equity and Excellence at Montgomery County, and Montgomery County Public Schools to ensure that we are expanding the diversity of our teaching workforce and providing effective teaching methods to reach all students. I've attended their initial kickoff event a couple months ago. For Kerwin, which is obviously on the minds of everyone, I'm working with their Education and Cultural Committee Chair, Craig Rice, who literally is an expert on the topic. We're very, very fortunate to have Craig as a member of our council for many reasons, but especially this one, as we go and talk at to our delegation in Annapolis to ensure that education funding, that the formulas provide Montgomery County with its fair share or state funding to adequately address the needs of our students. And of course, the goal of Kerwin Commission is to ensure that a world-class system of public education in Maryland aligns with the council's long-standing goal of ensuring that all Montgomery County Public School students have the resources and opportunities to achieve excellence. With more than 165,000 students and 208 schools, Montgomery County is the largest school system in Maryland and the 14th largest school system in the United States. I testified on last Thursday, I believe it was, days run together, in Annapolis on HB 1, which is the Built to Learn Act of 2020. I was certainly not alone testifying. The panel that I was on had the county, Board of Education President, Shebra Evans there, the Superintendent of Public Schools, Jack Smith, people from other jurisdictions as well. We were the second panel. The first panel was actually all 8 county executives from across Maryland who all testified in favor of it. It was bipartisan support, and they had followed the Speaker of the House, who would also come to speak in favor of it as well. So Angela Jones. So anyhow, we are all working together to make certain it all comes together. We carefully review new funding formula placed on local jurisdictions and ensure that the new formulas provide flexibility to counties while also recognizing the significant investments in Montgomery County has made to date for its students. And we appreciate the Kerwin Commission's focus on early childhood and diverse teachers and leaders, the resources for at-risk students, college and career readiness, and accountability. And the current commission has not yet issued its final report, and the council looks forward to reviewing the report and proposed legislation. And I know, as I say, Councilmember Craig Rice will work with us on that as well. As far as seniors initiatives, I look forward to my continued work with the senior residents. This demographic is growing, and this community adds so much to our county. We also must address any issues that they have. A critical issue I'll be working on with our senior community and our Fed committee chair is more affordable senior housing. We also need to do a better job of recognizing that knowledge that the seniors bring to our workforce and workplace. To start this effort, the council has begun a new Senior Fellows program where we will be bringing retired county residents to work at the council for the 11-month term for 5 to 15 hours per week with a $4,000 stipend. For this year's term, there were over 60 applicants. We hope this program can become a model for others to emulate. In addition to that, on Wednesday, March 11th, we will hold a council senior town hall at Leisure World at 9 a.m. in the morning to hear directly from seniors about the issues they are dealing with and provide staff who will connect them with county resources. I want to emphasize this is open to all seniors throughout the county, not just those that live at Leisure World. And I believe this will be the first time that the entire council will have a town hall meeting with their seniors. As chair of the Public Safety Committee, I've worked closely with their law enforcement community and first responders throughout my time on the council, as well as when I was mayor of Gaithersburg. And I can tell you that the council is committed to providing our officers, firefighters, and first responders with the tools they need to do their jobs effectively and efficiently. We have an outstanding public safety services in Montgomery County, and we recognize the sacrifices that they and their families make to keep our community safe. At the same time, we are committed to ensuring that our residents are all treated fairly. Last Tuesday, the council held a public hearing on Bill 3319, Police Community Policing, which was spearheaded by Councilmember Navarro and Councilmember Rice, and is co-sponsored by all of the other county council members. This bill would establish a community policing guidelines and requires the Montgomery County Police Department to provide certain reports to the council and the executive. It will go to Public Safety. It has been slated to go to Public Safety Committee for further discussion, and we will be working on that as well. Community policing is an important policing tool, but there are currently no legal mandated provisions guiding community policing, and this bill would mandate enhanced community engagement activities and training for de-escalating violent situations and require reports to the council and executive. This bill is going to come to us in February, to the Public Safety Committee in February. For pedestrian and bicycle safety, we have moved ahead to implement the provisions, the principles of Vision Zero now. Too many families have lost loved ones because of situations that are often preventable. As far as in January alone, we have lost 3 community members from Jose Renan Gillian from Alny, Michael Lewis Gamboa from Gaithersburg, and Brett Richard Baden from Rockville to pedestrian collisions. In addition, there have been numerous crashes where pedestrians and bicyclists have sustained serious injuries. The council has accelerated its briefing on Vision Zero to this Tuesday afternoon, tomorrow, because of the recent pedestrian deaths. And we're also going to be meeting and that meeting will include representatives from Maryland State Highway Administration, Montgomery County's Department of Transportation, the Montgomery County Police Department, Montgomery County Park and Planning, and Montgomery County Public Schools. The council will hold a town hall meeting on pedestrian and bicycle safety issues on Sunday, February 9th at 2 p.m. at Wheaton High School to hear directly from residents about the safety issues that they're encountering on roadways and sidewalks and in crosswalks located in Montgomery County. As a council, we will continue to work with our residents, various groups, and planning, transportation, and public safety experts to find new ways to expand our pedestrian safety measures and revamp and enhance our public education campaigns to truly make our community a safe place to walk, bike, and commute using multimodal transportation options. On Tuesday, tomorrow, the council will review the Forest Glen Montgomery Hills Sector Plan. This is this updated plan reevaluates some land use and transportation strategies. Specific topics are going to be discussed include traffic congestion standards, intersection improvements, extending Woodland Drive, a kiss and ride lot at Forest Glen Medical Center property, access to the metro station and Forest Glen Passageway, public school adequacy, and the fiscal impact statement for the plan. For the Charter Review Commission and proposal, in September of last year, the county executive proposed increasing the number of district council members to 9 and creating 2 or 4 additional at-large seats. For those of you interested where I am on the topic, I'm in favor of keeping the current structure and the size of the council with 4 at-large and 5 district council members, because as it exists today, each district, we have the 5 council districts, each district gets to vote for a majority of this county council. I believe that's extremely important. In addition, the current mix prevents issues from becoming too parochial. I know of governments, other places, where they have many district council members and without a majority of any single district. And there have been times when someone would vote against an entire budget because they did not get the project that they wanted for their own district that they represent. I'm a district representative. I realize that my vote matters as much as it does in any other council district and throughout Montgomery County. I take that job very seriously, but I also believe that we all need to look at the entire picture, not just our own council, not just our own districts. Past charter review commissions have looked at this issue multiple times, and it's been over several years that they've done that, and they found no compelling reason to change the existing structure, and as noted for budget implications of expanding the number of council seats. As recently as 2018, the Charter Review Commission reviewed this issue and decided to maintain the existing number of seats in the council structure. Recently, the enacted term limits and public campaign financing for Montgomery County elections resulted in a dramatic, and I'm not telling any of you here that don't remember this, a dramatic increase in the number of candidates for the council. And the 2018 election also has had a significant level of turnover for the council and increased the diversity of the body. Any increase in the overall size of the council would be costly. And for example, adding 2 new council members and staffing for these offices would cost approximately between $1 to $3 million to create new office and public meeting space, and $1.7 million in annual operating costs for FY21 dollars. For that, that is my formal presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
You talk about pedestrian safety, but there's another issue that Hispanic people are very concerned about here in Montgomery County, and that has to do with the violence of gangs. Are you planning to do anything on that end?
The answer is yes. On last Thursday, I believe it's last, my days run together, you might have been there. On last Thursday, we had a joint committee meeting with Public Safety Committee, as well as the Health and Human Services Committee, to discuss that very issue. I was not able to stay for the entire meeting because I went to Annapolis to testify for the build testimony. But we are taking it very, very seriously. I can tell you this is not a new concern. This is a concern over the years that has gone up, and we've been able to get a handle on it. And then, of course, it doesn't always stay exactly the way we would like it to. About 15, 20 years ago, I was on a joint task force when I was mayor of Gaithersburg with Montgomery County and Prince George's County about gang violence. And we had many a town hall meeting on that. At that time, we had got good information. We realized that it was prevention, intervention, and suppression. And the police will tell you that suppression being that you arrest, that they cannot arrest their way out of this. This needs to be our community joining hands, working together to make certain, and mostly it's our young people, that our young people realize that there's a path forward for them to have a better life. We are doing that. We will continue to do that. We are continuing to work on that, and we will do it from many, many different directions.
Now, sir, following that line, what can we do when it comes to police departments in Montgomery County collaborating with ICE? Because we know that ICE is trying to deport a lot of these gang members, but in the process, a lot of innocent immigrants are actually being detained and deported. So what can be done
Well, obviously, communication is the most important part, and getting the word out, and I know that you do get the word out, but communication is the key, and obviously, our police department does not work directly with ICE. If someone has committed a crime and ICE, ICE can work independently, and ICE can do the job that they feel that they need to do, but our police department does not. We want anyone who has seen or knows of concerns that we will, as a witness, or that we want them to come forward and to work with their police department and any other department that the county has. We realize that this is not just a police problem. It is a problem for the entire community.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else, please? Please.
Yeah, in terms of both transportation and economic development issues, what was your reaction to County Executive Mark Aldrich's decision to eliminate some major capital projects, like the CCT tunnel under Wisconsin Avenue and the northern entrance to the White Flint Metro? And are there efforts by the council at large to restore funding to those projects?
First of it, one, the CCT tunnel. The CCT would not run down there, but first up, we're going to public hearing. And that is what the public hearings are for. I learned years ago that if you say, this is what we're going to say, and this is, we're having public hearings, but this is what I already believe, people sometimes will say, well, there's no need for me to come and testify because you've already made up your mind. That is not where we are. The county executives suggested a CIP is just that. It's a suggested CIP. We have to figure out how we're going to pay for it and all the money associated with it. But we want to hear from the public directly so that they can tell us what their opinions are. I've heard many opinions. I've certainly heard some of those about that project and, of course, the schools themselves. But we encourage everybody to come out. Please, Joe.
Joe Thompson from Montgomery College. Going back to what you talked about, the economic development, kind of a two-parter. Can you talk about the impact that the college has on the county's economic development, and specifically when you're talking about early childhood education? Obviously, Montgomery College does training for people who are going to be providing that education. Can you talk about any initiatives that the council or you may try to put into place to help in that respect?
Well, thank you for the question. I'm a product of Montgomery College as well. I attended Montgomery College many years ago. And I can tell you they save lives. They change lives for the better. They are the jewel of Montgomery County, as is University of Shady Groves, University of Maryland Shady Grove. But Montgomery College is certainly an organization that we will continue to work with so that they can provide the educational opportunities so that people that want to employ here will have the skilled people, the skilled worker there for working for them. I have personally met with some CEOs who have said that they are very, very impressed with the college. They want to continue to work with the college to make certain that they have the courses necessary. And I've also, for the University of Shady Grove as well, and that will continue. And for the CIP, we need to make certain that they have the facilities. If we want someone to do the job, they have to have the resources and the facilities in order to do that job. Please.
Do you have any comments on the MCPS school bus depot relocation?
Do I have any comments? I don't know if everybody heard that on the Montgomery County School Bus Depot location. We continue to work on that. I have had many a conversation with the county executive on it. It is not something that is, it's not something that's easy to solve, but it will get solved. He is, I know, actively looking at an area. I can't be specific on that, but I do know that it is something that is on his radar screen, and hopefully we will have information on that much sooner than later. Anybody else, please? Yeah, please, Randy.
Can we talk about your vision and the council's vision for affordable housing here in Montgomery County?
Well, affordable housing is something that we need to continue to be concerned about, and we are. In this CIP, I think the county executive put record levels in for affordable housing. That will be something, obviously, that's discussed during the CIP public hearings. But we are all committed to getting more affordable housing for Montgomery County. Anyone else?
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. See you in a couple weeks. Thank you.